Hello, everyone, and welcome. I'm Joyce Whitman, an independent demonstrator with Stampin' Up. Well, guess what? Tonight is Paper Pumpkin. Woo-hoo, woo-hoo. Okay, we have such a beautiful, I mean beautiful set today to show you. And I have got the coolest project that I made as a alternative project. You are going to love it. Okay, I need to change my light just a little bit because I can't see my computer. Let me see. Maybe if I move it over there. Okay. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and open up the box and show you what we have in here first. This is called Winter Wonderlands or Winter Wonders. And this is part 2. So next month, if you order by October 10th, you would get this. This is tags. These are tags that you can use independently. You don't have to use it with the set that I'm going to show you, but it does coordinate with this. So that's coming, and you got to sign up by November. By November 10th to get that one, right? Yes, November 10th. I got to think here for a minute. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and open this one. We're going to use Night of Navy ink, and look at these. Let me put it behind the tissue paper so you can see them. Okay, so we have Season's Greetings, Winter Wishes. This says, wishing you a Merry Christmas and a very Happy New Year. Beautiful snowflake. And the bird, the cardinal, or you can make it, I saw someone do it, a blue jay. And then your snow. Beautiful. Okay, they all come wrapped in this pretty blue tissue paper. It's not always blue, but pretty tissue paper. And then this is the kit. So let's get this out of our way. Throw away the tissue paper. Save the box. Let me set that over here. Okay, so this is what we're going to be making. These are the cards. They got the beautiful Christmas trees. So let me go ahead and open this up. Oh, I moved something to do it. And I didn't bring it back over. Let me go grab that quick. Okay, let me open up this kit so you can see what comes in the kit. Now, I will be making one of the cards to show you how to make it tonight. And then I'm going to be showing you my alternative project. Okay, so in this kit, we get lots of goodies. Okay, we are going to have, I keep saying okay today. Not sure why I'm doing that. Of course, you're going to get your stamping, your glue dots. You're going to get 2 sheets. Hi, Robin. Thank you for joining. You're going to get 2 sheets of these, so you get 2, 4, 6, 12. So it's going to make 12 cards. Those are our banners that we get to do our sentiment on. Look at these beautiful. Look how pretty. Oh my. You know what? Let me change something. I was playing with my exposure, and I think I got it too high. Let's try that. Better. I think that's a little bit better. There we go. But look how pretty that is. And I'm going to show you one of our products from the the holiday catalog. I'm going to show you what to do on those. And look at these beautiful envelopes. They have the silver trimmer on them, and on the back, just pretty. And then we have the wood piece that's going to go across. Because where did I just? So it's the wood piece right here, the wood paper that you see here. And then, let's see, we're going to open this up. Let's see what goodies we have in here. Okay. So we got our Stampin' Dimensionals, and they're the mini this time. Oh, look at all the pretty cardinals. I don't know if you can see. There we go, a little bit there. And then look, these shimmer. I'm not sure what's going on with my light today. It is not. Either it's too bright or it's too dark. But these, let me see if I can get it to focus. Focus. Okay, let me push my button. Come on, focus. It's hard to tell, but this does shimmer. It has almost like a glitter, but it's in the paper, so it doesn't flake all over. But we have those. So that's what comes in the kit. And I'm just going to put in our snowflakes. Look how pretty these are. Cute little snowflakes. I'm going to put these over off to the side because I already got the stuff together that we needed. So let me put this off. Here, let me grab the box back. We'll just set this all back in the box, because I will be definitely making new, some of my Christmas cards with that. Okay, so let's start with our first card. This is the card we're going to be making. Look how pretty that is. And it's really easy to put together too. So let me get out what we need here. I got everything together here. So we're going to need, come on. All right, so we need our envelope. We're going to need one card base. We are going to need one of our set of trees, our cardinals, and our 2 strips, and of course our snowflakes. So let me go ahead and grab the bone folder. First thing I'm going to do, you know what, actually I'm not going to do that. I don't want to fold that yet. So what I'm going to do first is, this, make sure you can see our finished product. I am going to go ahead and stamp my sentiment first. So I'm going to line this up on my grid paper. Now, when I would be making a lot of these, I would take, let me see if I can find my sheet here of them. So if I was going to do a bunch of these at one time, I would keep them on the sheet and line up my the bottom of the sheet with my grid paper and just go right on up, because they're perfectly straight on here. And that way you're not doing each one individually. You can stamp them all at one time. So let's line this up. And I'm going to use the Night of Navy. And for my card, I'm going to do Season's Greetings. There's also Winter Wishes. And I really, really like the font that's in this kit. So pretty. So we're going to go ahead and stamp. Take it off. There we go. Look how pretty that is. Love the font. Let's keep this up a little bit. Okay. Then also on the inside of our card, I'm going to get my stamping all done. On the inside of my card, we're going to stamp the inside sentiment. And I'm going to, whoops, let me move this stuff out of the way so I can move this up. I think I'm going to need to get a different camera. I'm not sure. For some reason, it is really bright, and I didn't do my lights any different. It looks really bright to me. Is it coming across bright to you? Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and stamp this, and it says, wishing you a Merry Christmas and a very Happy New Year. Again, I use the Night of Navy. And you'll use Night of Navy for the whole kit, which is nice. Only one ink. I don't use my ink spots because I actually save those and give those away as gifts because I have the big pad. So I just use that. Okay, so now we're going to get back to this. Let's see here. So I am all over the place tonight, aren't I? First thing, I'm trying to think how I want to put this together. Okay, I'm going to do this part first. We're going to take this out. And it just comes out. And you're going to use dimensionals to adhere this to the card. Okay, but save that because I'm going to show you a trick with this. So you're going to save that. Don't throw that away. But we're going to turn this over. And you're going to use them. It comes with the mini dimensionals. See how it's glaring? Ah! Are you guys getting that glare too? Maybe if I move this. Oh, you just saw that I put my camera on books. See, I'm still getting that glare. Let me see here. I'm sorry, I'm playing with this. Let me change this a little bit more. That's better. Okay. It's a little bit darker, but at least it's not such a glare on here. You can see what I'm doing. Okay, now, one thing to do is, this comes with instructions on how to put it together. And I highly suggest you read the comments. You know, down here, I just look at the pictures and go, oh, I can put this together, no problem. Well, when I was using the little dimensionals on mine, I was noticing, I'm thinking, how am I going to get it on that really thin line? So I was being really careful where I put it. It says right in there to cut them in half, but I'm going to show you something even better than cutting them in half. You can cut these in half, but look at all of this that you have here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut those in real thin strips. Now I have this pair of scissors that all I do is use for cutting things that have glue on them. Like if I'm cutting the dimensionals or I'm cutting tear and tape or whatever, I use these scissors, and they do need to be cleaned. But you can clean those with, alcohol wipes, or Dawn dish soap will take that off too. But be careful because they are sharp scissors. So what I'm going to do for this skinny strip here is I'm going to take one of those strips off, and hopefully this might be better with my finger. You know what? I think they're still too fat. Shoot. See if I can cut this in here. You know what we're going to do? We're going to use this one on this chart. We'll use these. Oh, this one's skinnier. There we go. I got them skinnier. I didn't put a whole lot on it. That one's pretty fat, so let's put that one up there. I didn't put a whole lot on them. I think I only put one like in the bottom and the top. This one is really sticky. Okay. Bottom, top, and of course I put it on the side now on the part that's sticky. Okay. There we go. Okay. I'm going to have to cut these. I probably should clean these before I tried this because I knew they needed to be cleaned. If I do it down here. There we go. That works better. It'll work further down. But if you just cut these, and I do this on my regular dimensionals too, I just go ahead and cut the edges because they work just as fine. And sometimes the edges are nice, like if I'm putting on a sentiment, I'll use an edge because it's a long line that you could cut to put on it. I would do it when I show this. I'll show you what I mean, what I do. Okay, 1, 2, 3, so we need one over. Let's take this paper off so I can see what I have. And I'm just using my take your pick tool to help me put it on there straight. And you can use the spatula end too. The pointer end is just what I like to use. And I'm just going to go ahead and use these for these two since I've already got them cut. Goodness, I got the exact amount. Couldn't have done that again if I tried. Okay, now I'm going to just use the regular dimensionals. Now for mine, I did put, I think I ended up putting 6 on each one because I wanted it to stay secure. Now, are you like me and you have to do it in a row? You can't jump all over or start in the middle? Okay, so what you're going to do then is you're going to peel all these off. No, we're not. We're not going to peel all those off because guess what? I forgot to do some stamping. I totally forgot to do some stamping. Okay, I just set that off because it's not done yet. I haven't peeled everything off, but I totally forgot to stamp the snow up here. So let's go ahead and quick do that. Good thing I glanced over at the directions to make sure I was doing it right. Okay, so this is just Night of Navy ink again, and then doing our snowflakes. And I'm just doing it twice. There we go, perfect. Use our simple chamois, clean off your ink, and always close your ink pad so it doesn't get on your project. Okay, now we can go back to taking these off. So that's off. There's lots of little pieces to take off, but it's okay. don't forget to go to my blog on Wednesday, and I will have pictures, and I will have measurements for my alternative project. I will have that on my blog. And then starting on Monday, I will start my Merry Christmas Monday series. So make sure you come and check that out. And then whatever project I put on there on Monday, I will be making that project on Monday night. So you will be able to see what I am going to make. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to line this up at the bottom. And I just lightly put it, I don't, see if you can see this, I don't put it down tight until I know I got it lined up where I want it. That looks good. And just tap, tap, tap. Now I didn't put anything on my branches. You do have to be a little careful, but you just pat them down and they work great. Okay, so then you want to put snail adhesive on this piece here. Now this is going to go flat on the snow. So you're going to just lay that here. And that's another reason why where's my picture? I covered it up. Okay, so let's see. I want to see how far I put it on the end. You're going to put it right here. And then you're going to put dimensional on here. And this is what I'm going to show you what I like to do with the edges of my dimensionals. So what I'm going to do is, okay, it's about that long. Let's just cut it right there. So then you can take the whole strip, put it on here, and voila, you're done. And you've got it through the whole part. Okay, so now I'm trying to, well, if you can, what I'm trying to do is make sure it's centered. So, you know what, let's do, so you can see what I'm doing. Okay. I don't know if you guys have these kind of tweezers. I love them. As you can tell, I need to clean these too, so I use them a lot. Oops, stuck to my finger. There we go. Now I can see where they need to go. So I want it in the center. That looks good. Let's move it up just a little. And I just lightly laid it there until I knew it was right where I wanted it. And then I put that on. Okay. Now to put on your cardinals. Oops, let me cover that. We're going to put one here and one going this way. And this you're going to use for the glue dots. Now remember we got our thing of glue dots from that come in the kit. I don't usually use those. I usually end up using these. So for the fatter one, this pretty much fits. I folded them in half so it fit better. And this one we're going to put right here. There we go. Okay, and this one you definitely want to fold in half because he's a little bit skinnier. And this one we're going to set right here. There we go. Beautiful. And then now to put on your little snowflakes, you can use the glue dots, which I did. And then I also used liquid glue because I wanted to see the difference. The little snowflakes, when you use the glue dots, I don't know. Hi, Diana. Thank you for joining. I don't know if you can tell how they stick up, but with the glue, it's flat and your glue dries clear. So I want to show you on this one. I'll show you each way. So with the glue, if you use your liquid glue, you want to put it's going to be a tiny, tiny amount that you're going to put on here. So, of course, it doesn't want to come out now, and I don't want to put a big clump on there. Let's see here, just a little bit. Come on. There we go. Okay. When I mean a little bit, I mean a little bit. See that little bit? Tiny bit. So then you're going to take, there's enough here for 5 for each card. So I'm going to take some of these out. I took definitely way out too many. Okay. That's when you bring in your handy dandy. Take your pick. I'll pick that one up. Come here. And I'm going to just stick it on there. There. And there you go. And it will lay flat. Now, for this card, I am going to go ahead and I am going to do my glue dots. Oh, mine flew over there. There we go. I'm going to find these snowflakes all over because they're sticking to me. Okay, so I want to put one here. And I'm going to go ahead and just put all my glue dots down right away. And that way I don't have to go back and forth. Now I would probably do 5 of them all at once, but I don't think I would do more than one card like that because you don't want the glue to dry too much. And I always try to put down the same, like I started there. So I will go to the next one just so that one doesn't dry out faster than the other ones. Come on. And there. Then I'm going to go back with this and make sure. Now the glue will dry clear, so you don't have to worry about that. It does look a little white right now, but it will dry clear. There. And that is all there is to it. That's how easy it is to make this card. Easy peasy lemon squeezy, right? Okay. Now also what I lost one of my snowflakes. Get back up there. Now what I did was on my envelope, I put Season's Greetings right here. But I do want to get out another envelope because when I was taking stuff out, I forgot that look at this beautiful snowflake that we have in this kit. So what I want to do with this one, I'm going to change it up a little bit, but let me grab another block. Okay. Okay. So what I'm going to do on this one is get out my Night of Maybe. Take my stamp, and I'm going to stamp a snowflake right here. Pretty, I like that. And then I'm also going to open these up, and on the bottom, inside my stamp, my card, I mean, I'm going to stamp a snowflake. You could do one right here if you want, or if you're going to do this, let me see if I can do it. I'm not even sure if I'm going to be able to do it. I should. You probably want to do this before you adhere the front. Let's see if it works. Oh, it did. You can put one like right there. How cool is that? Oh, that's pretty cool. I like that. So that's just something you can add extra to your cards. Okay, so let me get this stuff cleaned up so I can show you my next project. Now, let's see. I'm going to show you on my next project, I'm going to show you how to do part of it, and part of it I'm going to explain how to do it. Okay, so let's get our cards over here. I want to show you a trick with these first, but let me pick up my snowflakes so I do not lose all these. Oops, there's one. Okay. Clean up my mess over here. So, okay. First thing I'm going to show you is a little trick. Remember I told you not to say that. Don't get rid of this. And this is the reason why. Because if you take the In the Woods dies and see these trees right here, I'm going to take these off so I can show you. If you put them on, one going like, one going this way. Yeah, that's how I do it. Well, helps if I turn them over right. Okay, so you would be cutting them like this. But if you do that, you can get 2 more trees, and this is what they look like, and they're sparkly too. They're just as pretty as the ones that you just put on the card. So you can make more things and get more use out of this paper. And I was thinking, I wonder if that would work. let me grab that little snowflake punch. Oh, where is it? Is it the snowflake? Yes. The little snowflake punch from the To Every Season. I think it's called, it goes with, it coordinates with the To Every Season, this one. Remember this To Every Season in the little punch pack here, Every Season punch pack? I just thought about that. I wonder if we could put these back on here, because I like to use every little piece I can use. I wonder if there'd be enough room in here for a snowflake. Now, if you turn it just right, you can make a little snowflake. So you could get more. And I bet the leftover from here, you'd probably get pieces to get a snowflake. I don't know. Let's see. Can we get one off this side? Yep. Just turn it a little bit, and then you can get a snowflake. Look at it, more snowflakes. Woohoo! So you can get lots of things extra out of your scraps. So don't get rid of your scraps. Keep using them. Okay, let me put that in there. All right, now for my next project, I had an idea in my head, and I wanted to get it onto the paper. Now, I had made one of these a while ago. I was going to grab it, and I forgot to grab it down, but it's high on a shelf, so I'm not going to get it. But it is a shadow box. So here is what I made. Look how cool. See, it's a shadow box. Look at that. Now, if you look here real close, and I'll show you how to do this, I used our Snowfall Accents puff paint, and I'll show you how to use that on the card. Now, I'll show you how to do your frame. I'm going to show you that, and I'll tell you how I made this, but I'm not making, I'm not going to put it all together because it does take quite a bit of time. Not hard. It's not hard at all. It's just time consuming. So I'm going to show you though what I did. Okay, so first thing is I'll show you how to make this. And then I just used the winter wishes on this one. I used our cardinals. I used our snowflakes. Now remember, when you're doing the snowflakes or any decorating, you always want to do it in odds. So what I did for in the inside for my branches here is I took, I thought I had them sitting up. Okay. You're going to use 2 of your trees. You're going to use like 1.5 of these. So I'll take one. And I still have a half of one here. So what I did was I went ahead and I trimmed them right here. So as you can tell in this one's still on here, but I would trim it right here on all 3 of them. I trimmed. Then what I did was, before I put anything, I figured out how I measured the inside of my frame, and I cut a piece of paper of that. Then I decorated my piece of paper down first. Hi, Mindy. Thank you for joining. So if I don't think I have it adhered. I think I just stuck it in there. I don't think I attached it. Now, see, look. So what I did, this is what I did. I took a piece of paper, measured this, and it's not going to always be perfect, so you do have to kind of play with your edges here a little bit. So I made a template for the same to go inside of your frame. And then I started decorating this. I thought it'd be a lot easier than trying to decorate it in the frame. So what I did was I took one of these, and like this one goes here. I'll show you. Okay, so I used this one right here is what I used. But I brought this down. So I want to show you. I'm going to line this up here. And I brought it down, so I cut this off. So then I have another piece in here. I'm not sure where I threw that little piece. I threw it in here earlier. But you're going to have another little piece that you could punch something out or add it somewhere if you wanted it. So I put that down on here. And then I just tucked these in, or I would lay them on top here like this. And I'm like, okay, I want it to go all the way up to the top. Okay, I need to cut it about right here. And I would put these on first. Then I added the snow. However, if you look, this does not go all the way across. well, what are you going to do? So I was playing with it. What could I do? How could I do this? And I was playing because I was going in and I was adding, well, what if I added one of these trees in? I could. And that strip could cover up my mark that I have here. Because what I did was I put this one down and then I took my other one and I butted it right up to it. So, but you could still see that line just a little bit, but what was I going to do? So I will say it took me quite a while to play how I wanted it on. Then I decided, why don't I pop these trees and put it and cover up my line? And that's what I did. So my line is underneath my trees. It's actually right along the side here. And then you got your 3 trees. And that's all I did. And these are all attached flat. I used liquid glue on these. I think I used liquid glue on these too. And I did my same as my card. Now these I put on with glue dots because I wanted them to have a little bit of dimension. And my birds are put on with glue dots. So then you're going to just slide this into place, tuck it in. I kind of took my bone folder. I kind of went around the edges like this, and I just tapped it into place. And then I put on Winter Wishes. Now, but then I was like, oh, this tree, because if you look at the tree on a card, let me grab one. The tree is beautiful, absolutely beautiful. But you know me, I want some bling bling on this card project. So what do? Well, wait a minute. We got some snow paint, right? I call it snow paint. It is called Snowfall Accents Puff Paint. Oh, here it is. So I thought, okay, what do we do with that? So I will show you how to make the frame when I explain how I did everything to it. Then I'll show you how to do the frame. So what I did was, you want to shake this real well. And all you're going to do, so this card's going to have a little bit of puff paint on it. All you're going to do is you're going to lightly, and see what I did? It came out, oh, you can't see it. See, it came out real fast. I got that big glob. So what I did was I took the edge of an old bone folder and I kind of smeared it out, because at first it comes out a little bit fast. I need a wipe. And then I just took a wipe so I could clean this off. And sometimes when I would get too big a glob, I would just wipe it off. But you're going to go real light on here. See, it does like, I will tell you, it does like to bubble or come out pretty fast. So you got to be real. I'm not even squeezing. I'm literally just laying it on here and it's coming out. But I just hit all the white spots is all I did. So I'm just lightly hitting it. And it kind of went up here. And I did smear it around a little bit. But I try to hit, like, especially like the bigger white pieces, I try to hit those. And what's nice is if you do this and you miss a spot, just go back and add. Okay, so we got that on. But now what do? It's all liquidy. How's that going to make into snow? Well, this is going to get a little loud here for a second. You're going to use your heat tool. So I'm letting it heat up. Now I'm going to bring this up so you can see what happens to it. Hopefully you'll be able to see what it does. So right now it's still wet, but it will turn magical. Can you see how it's puffing up? Let me bring it up higher. It's puffing up. And I noticed the longer you keep the heat on it, the higher it will get. Do not, though I have learned on another project, do not put it on top of snow you already have, because honey, you will have a drift on your tree, not snow. And how do I know that? Because I did it before. Okay. So I have it on here, but look, I don't have hardly any snow right here. So we're going to go ahead and get our snow again. And I'm just going to add a little bit in there because I don't want a lot. So I'm just kind of doing it sideways. Oops. There we go. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to try something here. I put it on my finger. What if I just went in? Oh, I just found a trick. Put it on your finger or on Kleenex or something. Probably not a Kleenex because it's absorbent. And I'm just dabbing it where I want it. Ah, hey, I learned a new trick tonight. How cool is that? Okay, clean that off. All right, close this up and let's dry that. Oh, so pretty. So pretty. But you know what? Still not pretty enough for me. Why? There's no bling on it. You got sparkles on the trees, but you don't have any sparkle on here. So you know what comes to the rescue? Wink of Stella. So you're going to take your Wink of Stella and you're going to color it. And I colored right over my snow. So now your snow is also sparkly. How cool is that? And so I just covered it up and I'm just going light over the snow. I'm not pressing hard like you do on the tree. Just, you know, anything you use this, just go light on it. And if you feel like you need more, just shake it down. Do not squeeze it once you squeeze it the first time. Because again, it will come out in a big clump and it'll get all over. Again, how do I know that? Because I've done it. Because I am not very patient when it comes to that. Just check to make sure I got it all covered. And voila, you have snow on your card. How cool is that? Can you see the snow? I'm trying to see. There we go. See the dimension? Oh, there we go. Oh, that works. See the dimension on the tree of the snow? And then see if you can see the sparkle a little bit. And it's sparkling. So, so pretty. Love it. Okay, so now let me show you how to make this. And for this, what I did was I just cut it out from one of the cards. So I figured I wouldn't be using the card. Well, I could still use the card, but I figured I took the branches, the things from one of the cards. I might as well take a tree. Okay, so let's get this going. Let me move all my stuff off to the side. Let's see here. I got some envelope. Extra envelope. Birdies can go over there. Okay, I'm going to need this stuff. Okay, now let's get started on our project. So what you're going to do is you're going to take for this frame, for this size frame, let me get my ruler. The outside of the frame is 7 inches by 4.5 inches. So the inside of my frame was about, I want to say 3 5/8, and I think by 6 inches. So like I said, it just depends on it. All right, so we're going to start with our scoring tool. And I haven't made one of these in a long time, and Robin was over for class yesterday, and I'm working on it. And I'm like, okay, we got to score at every 1/4 inch. Oh my gosh, I started laughing. No, you don't. You score at every 1/2 inch. Because this is cardstock, you're going to use your thinner border. And you know what? That looks really dark. So let me mess with the exposure again to see if I can lighten that up. There we go. That works better, doesn't it? Okay, so we're going to do every 1/2 inch, and you're going to score it 4 times on each side. Whoops. Whoops. I want the big side. No wonder I was using the wrong side. You want the big one because you're using cardstock. The little, no, I should be using the little one. Ah, I am jumping all over here today. Okay, I'm going to turn it, and I'm going to do every 1/2 inch. I'm using the big side because for some reason I'm not doing it very smooth with the little one. So I'm using the big one. You can use the little one on cardstock because it won't rip your paper. But if you're using designer series paper, use your little, your big one because it doesn't press quite so hard. Okay, so I'm doing this on each side. 4 times. So a 1/2 inch, 1 inch, 1.5 inch, and 2 inches. Now, on your long side, you're going to score at 1/2 inch just up to the second line. So you're going to come in and you're going to go to the second line. Now this I'm doing just so I know you're going to go diagonal. I'm just making a little line there so I know that's where I need to cut. You don't have to score that. Again, down to the 2. Now I'm just going to make a little line so I know I need to cut this. Flip it, do the exact same thing. At 2.5, just come down to the second score line. And you're just doing my little diagonal. Same thing here, second score line, and do a little diagonal. Okay, now I like to do, and that's all we're going to do with the scoreboard. I do like to do my cutting before I do my burnishing. To me, it's easier. Yes, I made a boo-boo here, but that's okay, it'll work. So you're going to cut down where you did those 2 to the score line. You're going to make a diagonal cut over to the other score line. Then you're going to come down. Whoops, that's the wrong score line because I messed up. There we go. And then you're going to cut this. So you're cutting these corners away. So you're going to do that on all, let me get it so you can see here, all 4 corners. Are you able? See, now it's going weird on this. What is my camera doing tonight? Sorry. Look at it, it's almost turning. Now to me, it's showing up on my computer as it's yellowish. Does it show to you, is it showing up to you guys like it has a yellow tint to it? Or is that just my screen showing that? Not sure why it's doing that. Okay. You're going to cut across and down. And then you're going to cut this off. Now I will have on my, okay, that looks really sloppy there. I will have on my blog on, I'm just cleaning up these diagonal cuts a little bit better. Well, it might be easier this way to flip it. Wednesday, I will have pictures of how to do this better. I haven't done a video on how to make this, but I did write out the directions on another post that I did a while ago. So, and there was another lady, and I don't remember her name, that did a great picture, like collage of how to cut this and everything that I will share again. Let's see. And I have found that it's easier if you cut down the piece that has the 2 lines first than trying to come up this way. I don't know why, but for me it was easier to cut that way. There. I did not cut off enough. There, I forgot to cut this one off. There we go. Okay, so now we can get rid of those pieces. Now this is when you want to go in and burnish. And because you are doing a 3D project, you want to make sure that you burnish your use your bone folder, because you want, especially for this project, you want to make sure you have crisp lines going all the way through it. I'm going to do it again. Oh, that's nice. The piece that I did the mistake on will be on the bottom, and it will be covered up, and no one will see it. Yay! Okay, So basically what we're going to be doing is we're going to be folding this in like this, and then this is going to come over like this. So what we want to do is we want to flip it over like this, and you're going to want to put tear and tape on this. There we go. Now, when you put your tear and tape on, you want to make sure that you're putting it as close to the first score line as you can, because that's what's going to be holding this together, are these pieces of tape here. Okay, and do that on all 4 sides. My mom loves cardinals, and I think she might get one of these cards for Christmas this year. I think she would like that a lot. Now, then, what you want to do on the other side, see this diagonal piece right here? What we're going to do, because like I said, we're going to be folding these like this, but we need something to hold this together. You're going to put just a little piece of tape right there. So this one, I just cut a little piece and stuck it on there. That was the easiest way to do it. I tried doing it my other way. Yeah, it doesn't work. It's too small of a piece. Okay. And right here. Okay. So now what you're going to do is you're going to go through and you're going to take all the paper off all of your, you know what? Actually, let's take these off first, and I'll come back and do that. If I would have done the other side, and I laid this down, they would have stuck, but these stick up, so I don't have to worry about them adhering to my mat. If you could, please share this. I would appreciate it. Okay. What did I just say? And I just stuck this one to it. Come on, pull up. There we go. Okay. So what I want to do is I want to put these down first. So what I'm doing is I'm taking this edge right here and I'm lining it up with this score line right here. I'll try to do this way so you can see. So I'm bringing it in and I'm lining it up here so it's flat against that. Sorry, okay, I got to do it towards me. Sorry. Okay, so I'm lining it up right on the edge there where I have my crease, and I'm folding it over. Now, when I do this, I'm not pressing it real hard. I just laid it there. See, it makes a square. See that? But I'm not pressing this down. I can easily pick this up and move it, because when you go on the sides here, you're going to need to be able to adjust it a little bit. So just lightly put it there. Now, this is when you're going to come in and you're going to put this one on. And you're going to do it the same way. Line it up at the bottom. You're going to roll it over like this. And this is where I mean that you're going to adjust it a little bit. Whoops. I want to move this in so that I can get it on tight. Oh, that's the word. Cut it wrong. I almost cut, right, scored it wrong. I think. There we go. There. So now you have a tight fit there. For some reason. There. Okay. Then you're going to do the same thing on this side. Let's roll it. Come on, I want to. Thank you. There we go. Let's bring this up a little bit. There. Adhere that. So that corner straight. Bring this in. Adhere that one. And now this is why you have the tape right here on the corner. So you can get your corners. And then you're going to go in and you're going to press it down. Get your corners even. Press down. And then I go under and I go back and I go like this. And I press it down. And there we go. And press. Make sure your corners are pressed nice. And voila, you have your shadow box. Voila. Then you're going to take your piece. Now I'll show you because each one's different. This one may not fit perfectly in here. See, this one, it's a little, I could probably push it down. But this one's a little bit snugger, so I would have to trim the top here. That's why I purposely did the extra piece of paper to decorate on, because so I could do a little adjustments like that. One more, lift up. You go in this one. There, you fit perfect. There, and that's how you do it. And I use the puff paint, and I use the silver, the Wink Estella on here. And that is how I made my shadow box. How cool is that? You could do so many different shadow boxes. I was just thinking, wouldn't it be pretty to do a shadow box with a snowman set? That would be really pretty too to do. So here are our projects. Remember, please share if you could. I would really appreciate it. This Friday, I will be having the final page pictures of the retreat on my blog on Friday. And then on Monday, I will be starting my Merry Christmas Live. So if you could share this, I would really appreciate this. I think I said that a couple times already, didn't I? And there you go. I hope you enjoyed it. You guys have a great evening. Love you. Mwah. Bye, bye, bye. There you go.